just woke up from your nap? Yeah? You just wake up from your nap? Oh, stretch it out. Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. Hi. Oh, you're beautiful.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to kind of do, it's not really a routine, I just threw a few things together about what we've been doing whilst being in quarantine or lockdown. I know nobody really likes to use the word quarantine, isolation. So Felicity, who's in the swing back there, she was 6 weeks yesterday. I gave birth to her on March the 13th at 1:24 in the morning. Yes, Friday the 13th. Oh, thought she was rousing, she's alright. And luckily, I managed to give birth, I think the day before the hospitals went onto rules about how many visitors that you can have to the hospital. So I had my mum and my really close friend come with me to my induction, which I'm going to do a whole different story on because it wasn't a very nice experience. So yeah, they came with me to the induction. I actually had Felicity, I think it was like 36 hours after my induction started. It was a very long process. It was very uncomfortable. And she was delivered by emergency C-section. So it was more, she was all right actually, it was more for me the reason why we went and had a C-section. She, through all the anaesthesias and stuff, she was doing okay, so much on the monitor. I think they were slightly worried that if we went into the kind of full-on contraction mode that she wouldn't cope, because she was born at 5 pound 3. And that's something I'm gonna kind of pick up on now, and something I'm going to pick up on in a different video is actually my pregnancy story, because I had a lot of complications throughout pregnancy, to the reason why she was born at 37 weeks and why she was so small. Mainly it was due to her placenta, but I had so much anxiety towards the end of my pregnancy, and I had a very kind of bad pregnancy anyway, I'd say mentally. I wasn't very well for the majority of it, had a lot of problems going on in my personal life for the majority of it. So whether that played a key part of it or not, we won't know. I'm waiting for my placenta to be, I don't know what the word is, they sent it off to be looked at. Anyway, so quite a few issues. So obviously she was born really small, however with placental issues they catch up really quickly. So she's 6 weeks and she's put on nearly 4 pounds. Like, that's ridiculous. She weighs 9 pound. Like, that's crazy. She's put on so much weight, it's great. However, we've had so many issues with her feeding. So originally she was breastfed and she couldn't latch because she's got a slight tongue tie, and because her mouth was so small, so we had to use a nipple shield, which was great, but it was turned out to be such a faff. And she was just couldn't get what she wanted from it. So we went on, she was formula and breastfed, but formula top up. So then we moved solely onto formula, and then issues started to arise. So she started to be in quite a lot of pain. She was arching her back a lot. She started to have really bad reflux. And then she started to kind of rush up and her eyes started to swell. So I called 111. And what we kind of thought was the issue turns out to be the issue. So she's got a cow's milk protein allergy, so she's now on prescription formula called SOA alpha amino. So it's amino acid. It's got no kind of dairy, soy, any of the main allergens for babies in. And she is also on infant Gaviscon, so she's 6 weeks old, and she's been on that for about the Gaviscon since Monday. She's been on the alpha amino for nearly 2 weeks now, which has definitely helped her. Like, she's a completely different baby. Like, she went, it's weird because to look at her you wouldn't think like she was extremely ill, but you could tell something was up. But as a mother, you've got this really bad gut instinct that you know something's not right. And we followed that, well, I followed that, and turns out that's what it was, and we caught it very early, which I'm happy about. So hopefully it's not done too much damage inside. She's still healing, I think, with her stomach, and that's kind of the point we've got to at the moment. So I've just rambled on for like 10 minutes. So I've just threw some clips together really. It was taken over the space of a week. It was intended to be a day, however, she got quite ill. I started it while she was getting quite ill, and then I've kind of, now she's a lot more settled. Yeah, I've just threw a few clips together of what we kind of do in the daytime, which isn't a great deal because one, she's really young, two, we can't really leave apart from one walk a day, and three, I'm just trying to nap when she does because I just wanted to add that little clip in because that was so cute on TikTok. So here we're just starting with my breakfast, which I haven't made in years, but my mum brought me some jumbo oats, so I attempted to make some porridge and some kind of healthy version of porridge. I did some bananas here and some apples, and then basically just put a drizzle of honey over it, and it was just really yummy, and it's just a taste that I haven't had in years and very nutritional. I'm now 6 weeks postpartum, so my plan / goal is to start eating a bit more healthier and just to lose weight really. I lost the baby weight initially, but with quarantine and that, I think you tend to snack on a few things. So moving on to the morning, ignore the mess behind it, that will be cleaned up next. That's just, we've been sorting the cupboards out, and yeah. So I just clean the bottles here. I've got this bottle cleaning rack to the right, which I'm just using to dry out before I put them into the steriliser, and there we go. So these are the NUK bottles, however I'm not using these at the moment. As I previously mentioned, this was filmed over the space of a week, so I have been testing out loads of bottles just to help with her reflux and what suits her tongue tie better. And I use them occasionally, but I've been sticking to the man bottles, and I've noticed that she can latch onto these much better. And I'm just sorting out my nighttime caddy as well. Hey! Hi! This little beauty is waking up, so we're gonna go change her and get her fed. Like I said, this was filmed over the space of a week, so I'm not changing her into different outfits multiple times in the day. She's just got different outfits on for the majority of the things that I've filmed, so still super cute. Tights are adorable, however they are such a faff. I think especially when you've got a small baby and they don't fit the legs properly, it's just all bunched up, but that outfit I just was adorable, and she doesn't fit into it anymore. So I'm using my Tummy Tippy Perfect prep machine here, and my SMA Alphamino. So as I previously mentioned, I am on prescription formula for cow's milk allergy. At this time I wasn't on the infant Gaviscon, so I was thickening it up with a scoop of Carabao that I put in there. She's now reacted to that, so we're just on the infant Gaviscon and the Alphamino, and she's taking it okay. I love this wrap. So I have two, I've got a sling and a wrap. This is more for cooler weather because it's quite thick, the material. So we just went on our one walk a day, and I just wanted to show you my absolutely beautiful village that was decorated for, what's the holiday? Easter, that's the one. So enjoy this little walk montage.
decided to make myself a nice little salad. And I also needed to do laundry, which is something that I do nearly every day because babies go through so many clothes. Because she was wide awake as well at this time, we decided to do a bit of tummy time. I can't tell you how much this has changed over the past week. She's now had the 6-week growth mark, so that's changed. And I'm just making another SMA bottle up for her, just with the man bottles now. So like I said, I've reverted back to that, which has just worked so much better for her latch. So this is my nighttime stand. Let's just put that up there. So I'm just going to run you through what I have got. So I bring my Perfect Prep machine in just because it saves a hell of a lot of time. Yes, it beeps, but she's awake by then. I've then just bought this diffuser, which is also a Bluetooth speaker, and obviously I've got my grow egg on top, which isn't completely accurate because it needs to be in the middle of the room. So in this diffuser I have put some Snuffle Babe vapor oil. This is probably one of the only things you can use from birth. She gets very congested at night. So yes, we have got a bottle and 4 ounces ready for when she comes out the bath. And then this is like my nighttime feeding. So I have got 3 mum bottles, different sizes, but it doesn't matter if they've all got the size 2 teats on. I've got her Gaviscon, Gripe Water, Infocol that I don't actually use. And then I make up 3 of these pots full. I then, which I don't really use much anymore, but I had some vanilla extract. I had some pure vanilla extract before, which I believe was the Madagascar vanilla. That was because the formula, the SMA Alphamino, they're not as nice as normal formulas. However, this one is a bit nicer and she takes to it fine, so that's not an issue. And then we'll go on to my Nappy Caddy. I got this from TK Maxx for £15, I believe. It's got a changing mat at the back, and then I put my nappies in the bag. I've got an extra Gripe Water. I've got Aveeno Baby Care. I've got some hygiene hand gel in there. I've then got the Calpol, if it'll focus. No, it's not going to focus. Nasal spray. My Huggies Pure Extra Care and some nappy bags. And then in this little drawer, a nasal aspirator. I've then got some nasal cell drops, which I will use some of them. Colleaf, which I don't use now because she's on special formula. The monitor. I just wanted to try out this bath flower today. I've usually got a bath seat in this little bath, but this looked really cute and I wanted to see if she was big enough for it. So I actually had to cut out the majority of this bath video because that nice little towel that's covering her and keeping her warm kept riding up and flashing the camera. So basically I'm using the Dove head to toe wash at the moment and just making sure that I get in all of those nooks and crannies and her neck. She is a refluxy baby, so milk, even with a bib on, does spill everywhere. So it's vital that just make sure everything's clean so it doesn't get sticky and irritate her body. This is so cute because she just knew she was being filmed.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just absolutely adorable. She just kept looking at the camera and it was so cute. So for night, she wears this baby bundler that's from John Lewis and it just goes over her legs. So there's no buttons. Initially at the start, she was in baby grows and It was such a nightmare, all of the clips to clip them back together. It was just a hassle. So she also gets put in this one tog sleep sack because it's fairly warm in my room. I didn't want to go for a 2.5 because it's not winter and it's warm here at the moment. So in my room I have got a rocking chair in the corner, and I just give her a little feed before bed, and kind of just rock her to sleep. This is a new addition. My friend gave me this rocking chair and it's been so nice, and it's just kind of setting a routine for us at the moment. She is adorable. Since hitting her 6-week growth spurt, she is just smiling so much. Sometimes a kind of reflux wind smiles. However, she's been smiling loads the past 2 days. So we managed to get her to sleep, so just put her into her next to me crib. It is slightly elevated just to help with the reflux. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.